No one's coming. No one is coming to help your creative business. Clients aren't lining up to work with you. You are the only person responsible for your success. There's this outdated idea that you need to get really good at your craft, post that online, and people will begin coming to you. The reality is that no one's gonna come. So, how do you succeed in creative business? By the way, if you're new here, my name is Chris Pieta. I teach creative business and product photography. I also want to introduce a special guest today. This is Archie. Everyone say hi. Just got this puppy 2 weeks ago. He's been incredible. He'll be making an appearance in a lot of my videos moving forward. How do you succeed in your photo or video business? Simple. You take control. Take responsibility for everything. No one owes you anything. Photographers spend years getting good. They post their stuff online and wonder why they can't get clients. Why aren't they coming? They spin their wheels thinking of all the ways to improve their website, take better photos, grow their Instagram page. While yes, these are important, the big thing no one mentions to you when you're starting out is that you need to do outreach. There are tens of thousands of photographers at your skill level, so why would a brand reach out to you over them? You need to take control. I fell into this trap hard. Back in 2019, I knew I wanted out of my 9-to-5. It's not that I was miserable, I just wanted freedom. Freedom to me was waking up and going to bed and in between doing exactly what I wanted. I got that definition from Casey Neistat. When I made the decision that I wanted to leave my job, photography seemed like the answer. At that point, I had a few thousand Instagram followers, they loved my cityscape work and my street photography work. I thought all of my stuff was pretty good. Even random strangers would tell me that my photos were good. Then I would see other photographers landing brand deals, Monster Energy product placements, Nike sponsored posts. I was wondering when these brands were going to reach out to me. Well, I guess I just had to get better. I needed better photos. I needed to get a better looking website. I just needed a few more thousand Instagram followers and Nike would be sliding into my DMs. Looking back now, it's hilarious how that sounds. Around this time, I pivoted from cityscape and street photography to product photography. I go over that story in a different video, but the main point is that it was just easier to make a living from product photography. I spent months building out a product photography portfolio. I would shoot random stuff around my house. I would buy brands' products and make creative setups and take photos there. I would try and learn new lighting techniques. The longer I did this, the better I got. Once I amassed enough photos to create a website, I uploaded it to a Squarespace template. I spent a while arranging the photos, making them look pretty, building out some nice web pages to go along with them. And now I just had to wait. It was only a matter of time until Red Bull saw my work and was gonna come ask me for photos. So I waited. And I waited, and when brands didn't come, I assumed my work wasn't good enough. I started questioning whether I would actually be able to make it in photography. What was I missing? I would see other people working with brands on brands. What did I need to do? Well, no need to reinvent the wheel. I made a list of all the photographers I saw who were working with brands and slid into their DMs. I told them my dreams and asked how they got to where they were. How were they able to work with brands? Each time I got a very similar answer. They were the ones doing the outreach. They were pitching themselves. They were getting rejected time and time again, but they were also getting a small slice of yeses too. This was around the same time I bought an online course that taught me all about the creative sales process. It wasn't about waiting for brands to come to you. It was about you reaching out to brands, getting rejected, learning from the rejections, and trying again without giving up. As soon as I learned this, something clicked in my head. My photography business was no longer going to be in the hands of someone else. It came down to me doing the work. Instead of waiting for people to come to me, I would reach out to them. At that point, it would become a numbers game. If I reached out to 100 people, 20 might respond, 10 might agree to talk to me on the phone, and a couple might agree to work with me. It became crystal clear in my head, and success seemed inevitable. By the way, if you're getting any value out of this so far, please drop a like below. So at this point, it's summer 2020, the pandemic is here to stay, and I'm still trying to get my first paying clients. The difference now is I'm actually putting in the work. It took me about 6 months of learning the correct way to reach out to clients to actually get them to say yes to me. I want to talk about what I learned here so I can hopefully shortcut the process for you. Once you come to the realization that the success of your business is your responsibility, you're well on your way to success. Being accountable for your success and your failure is what sets apart people that make it and people that don't. I know a lot of photographers who are incredibly talented. They've perfected their craft over the years, and quite frankly, they're a lot better than me. But I'm the one with the clients and not them. Why is this the case? Simple. They're waiting around for clients to come to them, while I learned the business side of things and created an outreach method that allows me to acquire client after client. I realize that it's my responsibility to reach out to clients. There's one big thing I want to note here. This will be hard work, and it's not going to be fun for a lot of you. Some people just care about the art of photography or the videography or the design work, and they don't want to learn the creative business. They don't want to go down the path of entrepreneurship, and this is perfectly fine. The path of entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. Just because you want to be a pro photographer doesn't mean entrepreneurship is the right way to get there. If you fall into this boat, then my advice is to just get a job as a photographer working for someone else. If all you truly want to do is photography, then you'll be miserable doing the business side of things. Because for me, photography only makes up about 25% of my time. Honestly, if all you want to do is take and edit photos, go get a job for an agency, a magazine, or maybe come and work for me in a year or two. Don't force yourself down the path of entrepreneurship if you're not ready to fail hard and fail often. Now, if you're still watching and you want the freedom of working for yourself, building your own company, and getting into the business side of things, well, you're in the right place to learn. You're willing to accept that it's up to you whether you succeed or fail. With some hard work, smart work, and luck, you'll get there. But how? Here's how to actually get clients. Now, we're not going super in depth here. I have a creative business playlist that tackles each of these topics in longer videos that you can watch from the discovery call to actually finding companies. You can check that out down below. To get clients, first you need a website. Before you can start making any money, you'll need a website where you can direct prospects to. A prospect is just another word for a potential client. When you direct a prospect to your website, they should immediately know what you're all about. I recommend a tagline on the top about how you can solve a problem they may have. If you're a photographer, you can say something like, I help your Amazon listings convert more customers through compelling photography. Next, you need a portfolio. Back up your claim up top. Post your best photos in your portfolio, but don't post all of them. You need to make sure that they're all in the same niche. If you're trying to go after those Amazon sellers, don't post wildlife shots, portraits, and product photos. Just post the relevant product photos so that you are perceived as the expert. Once you've got that website, it's time to drive traffic to it. Gather a list of companies that you want to reach out to. Find their emails and start sending cold emails. Your email should have a creative opening line about how you discover the brand, a credibility statement of how you're legit, and then an ask where you ask for a quick phone call with them to share ideas. Now at this point, you'll probably get 1 in 10 companies that actually respond with a yes, and that's a decent rate. On the phone with them, you'll listen to their marketing needs, show them how you can help, and then present your offer. After that, you'll send a proposal, they'll sign, and you've got your first client. I went through all this pretty fast here. I have a more in-depth free course on my website that you can check out down below. That will teach you all the fundamentals that you need to get your first client. That free course is down in the description below. Remember, no one's coming. Some of you will get discouraged by this and quit. If you're willing to put in the work, you will reap the rewards. For some real world perspective, I've worked with over 50 clients in the past 2 years, and only 2 or 3 of them came to me. Imagine that. If I didn't do any outreach, my business would have failed. But because I took on the responsibility, I'm now able to thrive and teach you what I know. Thank you for watching. I've got a video right here that I think you'll love, and I'll see you in the next one.